But the horns effect is the tendency people have to view another person negatively after learning something unpleasant or negative about them. That's hard. This is hard. This is rough. When I read this, I said, I'm not an expert at this. I am not nowhere near perfect. Because if I meet a person and I see all these negative things about you and all I see is negative, then consequently, I'm going to perceive you as a negative person. But the horns effect can cause us to weed out people based on a trait that is adverse to our preference or our team's preferences. This could be something as trivial as the candidate working with a company that you personally dislike, or a candidate displaying a particular quirk or mannerism during the interview. Such traits may alter our perception of this person entirely, even though it's a small factor that may not even be relevant. And we X people out because of certain mannerisms during the interview. The person may be blinking their eyes, or they may not give us complete eye contact, or they may be chewing gum. And that's rude. Me personally, I wouldn't do that. That may annoy me, and probably interviewing one-on-one principals would tell you that's a really bad idea. But the reality is we still should try to get past these trivial things that gives us the horn effects that paints this person in our minds as such a negative person, because we can't get past these trivial things that this person may display that really, when you think about it in the grand scheme of things, they amount to nothing, or they're very trivial.
You're basically assuming that people can't improve, right? That there's no change involved. We've all gone to school with somebody. I was a relatively good kid in school as far as what people can see and know, you know what I mean? But we all mess up. We've all gone to school with somebody who the school themselves and the society within school assumed is going to turn out to be a nobody, right? Because they got in trouble or whatever. The fact of the matter is, we didn't know how they grew up. Maybe there was a really hard life at home, and they were just trying to figure it out or just get through the next 4 years. I know people personally, right? I've had conversations over the last year with some people, and I remember one, he said, man, I was a real knucklehead in school. And I kind of remember that, but not really, but I get what he was saying. But now fast forward, self-employed, has a great family, provides wonderfully for his family, does nothing to, he's a good person, right? Yeah. And so, yeah, the horns effect. What if we just wrote him off, right, as not being able to be better? But what if we did that to you and everybody else who's listening, right? Just as soon as you made a mistake, we said, okay, that's who this person is. I really wish in an interview, instead of showing up with a resume of credentials, we could show up with a resume of like values, work ethic, and forward goals and dreams.